Hello students, welcome back. Now we are going to discuss about regarding waveguide dispersion. Okay, waveguide dispersion. So I already we defined about regarding dispersion, right? So dispersion is nothing but here pulse broadening. Okay, pulse broadening. So actually due to the attenuation, the signal loss will be occurred, right? So here the by the dispersion, the pulse broadening will be occurred. Okay, because of this dispersion, pulse broadening will be occur, right? So actually this dispersion is of two types, right? First one is of intramodal dispersion and second one is intermodal dispersion. Okay, intramodal dispersion is also called as chromatic dispersion. Okay, intramodal dispersion is also called as chromatic dispersion. It is also called as group velocity dispersion. Okay, intramodal dispersion is also called as group velocity dispersion. Fine. So in case of intramodal dispersion, again the main two causes of this intramodal dispersion are two types. First one is of material dispersion, second one is waveguide dispersion. Okay, first one is material dispersion and second one is waveguide dispersion. So in previous class we discussed about regarding material dispersion. Okay, in previous class we discussed about regarding material dispersion. Now coming to this waveguide dispersion. Okay, waveguide dispersion. So it causes the pulse spreading. Okay, by this waveguide dispersion, it causes the pulse spreading. Okay, so here the only part of the optical power, okay, the only part of the optical power propagation along a fiber is confined to the core. Okay, the some part of the optical power propagation along a fiber, it is confined to the core here, right? So main part of the fiber is core here, right? So only in that core some part of the light will be propagating through the fiber, right? So next, this waveguide dispersion, okay, this waveguide dispersion arises because of the fraction of light power propagating in the cladding. Okay, because of the fraction of light power propagating in the cladding travels faster than the core. Okay, this waveguide dispersion, if the light propagating through the optical fiber which is moving faster than the core, right, then this waveguide dispersion will be occurred. Okay, why? Because here the refractive index of the cladding, that is N2, that is less than N1, means the refractive index of the cladding is less than the core, right? So if the speed is high compared to the core, right, then this kind of waveguide dispersion will be occurred, right? So next, for example, okay, for example, in a single mode fibers, okay, in a single mode fibers, the 80% of power in the core, okay, moving through the optical fiber. Okay, 80% of the power moving to the optical fiber in the core for values of, for V values of around 2. Here V number is there, no? Right? The V values are around 2, right? Then the amount of waveguide dispersion, okay, the amount of waveguide dispersion depends on the fiber design here. Okay, the amount of waveguide dispersion depends on the fiber design. Okay, so the waveguide dispersion, okay, the waveguide dispersion usually ignored in multimode fibers. Okay, we are having two types of modes of fibers, right? Single mode fibers and multimode fibers, right? This waveguide dispersion is ignored in multimode fibers, but it is very important in single mode fibers. Okay, it is ignored in multimode fibers and it is significant in single mode fibers. Next, to calculate this waveguide dispersion, okay, to calculate this waveguide dispersion, consider the group delay. Okay, consider the group delay. Group delay here indicates the time required for a mode to travel along the fiber of length L. Okay, the time required for a mode to travel along a fiber of length L. Then the group delay is expressed in terms of normalized constant. Okay, the group delay is expressed in terms of normalized propagation constant, that is B. Okay, so here the B equal to 1 minus UA by V whole square is equal to beta square by K square minus N2 square by N1 square minus N2 square. So make it as equation number 1. Okay, so here the B indicates normalized propagation constant. Okay, so that can be expressed in this way, that is the make it as the equation number 1 here. So here the group delay, okay, here it is the independent of lambda. Okay, that is the wavelength. Here the group delay is independent of the wavelength, right? So but here we are having the K, that is the K equal to here 2 pi by lambda, K equal to 2 pi by lambda. So we have to get the equation as independent of lambda, so we should not have the lambda terms over there, right? Now we see that one, how we get it, right? Next, for small values of delta, okay, for small values of delta, delta indicates core cladding index difference. Okay, core cladding index difference, that is N1 minus N2 by N1. Okay, for small values of delta, the equation 1, okay, whatever the equation 1 we have written here, equation 1 can be written as B approximately equal to beta by K minus N2 by N1 minus N2. Okay, make it as equation number 2. Fine. Next, by solving this equation 2 for beta, okay, if we are having the beta term here, right? By solving this equation 2 for beta, we will get it as beta is approximately equal to N2 of K into B delta plus 1. Okay, N2K into B delta plus 1. So make it as equation number 3, right? Next, now the group delay, that is TWG. Okay, TWG, that is group delay arising from waveguide dispersion. Okay, the group delay arising from waveguide dispersion, right? So that can be expressed as TWG. TWG equal to, here it is expressed as L by C into d beta by dk. Fine. By solving this, by substituting this equation number 3 in equation number 4, we get the waveguide group delay as TWG equal to L by C into N2 plus N2 into delta d into KB by dk, right? So here the waveguide group delay, here the group delay, the TWG is equal to L by C into N2 plus N2 into delta d of KB by dk, right? So this one is for group delay, which is arising from waveguide dispersion. Next, now the normalized frequency. Okay, normalized frequency can be expressed as V equal to Ka into N1 square minus N2 square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, that can be written as Ka into N1 into root of 2 delta, that is make it as equation number 5. Why? Because the delta core cladding index difference is N1 minus N2 by N1, right? Next, for the small values of delta, okay, for small values of delta we have the V number. Okay, V number is equal to K, right? Okay, actually the K equal to 2 pi by lambda, but we have to get the equation independent of lambda here, right? So we are writing instead of K as V, right? So the group delay TWG, okay, that is independent of wavelength, that can be expressed as TWG equal to L by C into N2 plus N2 into delta into dVB by dV. Instead of K I am writing it as V, right? So actually K equal to 2 pi by lambda here, but we have to get the equation as independent of lambda, hence we are writing, instead of K we are writing the V here. So the TWG is expressed in this way. Okay, next, actually this waveguide dispersion is very significant in single mode fibers, right? But it is ignored in multi-mode fibers here, right? Next, coming to the single mode fibers, the pulse spread sigma WG occurring over a distribution of wavelength, that is sigma delta, sigma lambda, is obtained as by derivating the group delay. Okay, the pulse spread sigma Wg is equal to dTWg. Okay, that is waveguide dispersion group delay, right ma, divided by d lambda into sigma lambda. Okay, that can be written as L into dWg into lambda, that is of into sigma lambda. So here the dWg indicates waveguide dispersion. Okay, so that can be written in terms of V also, right? V by lambda, that is of dTWg by d lambda into sigma lambda here. So by derivating this TWg, we will get this equation, that is into L delta sigma lambda by C lambda into V d square into VB divided by dV square. So instead of K value, we are writing the value of V here. Why? Because K is equal to 2 pi by lambda here, right? So instead of K, we are writing the V number here, right? So this one is the equation for pulse spread, that is arising from waveguide dispersion. Okay, pulse spread, that is indicated by sigma Wg, right? So this one is the equation for sigma Wg, that is the pulse spread arising from waveguide dispersion. Okay, so that is regarding waveguide dispersion here. Okay, so waveguide dispersion is very significant in single mode fibers, but it is ignored in multi-mode fibers. Okay, so these are the two types, right? Material dispersion and waveguide dispersion of intramodal dispersion, right? Already we discussed what are the dispersion types. What are those? Intramodal dispersion and intermodal dispersion. So here the intermodal dispersion is also called as chromatic dispersion. So it is also called as group velocity dispersion here, right? So up to now we discussed regarding intramodal dispersion, or of two types, that is of material dispersion and waveguide dispersion. In next class we discuss about regarding intermodal dispersion. Thank you all. Thank you.